Welcome to Cliffhanger Countdown, where we list our favourite cliffhangers of each Doctor. We've narrowed it down to one cliffhanger per story, so this is going to be tough.
This week we'll be going through the cliffhangers of Season 7 up to Season 11, aka the Jon Pertwee era.
And also be warned, this will be looking at cliffhangers, so there will be spoilers for the third Doctor era. So, without further ado, let's begin the Cliffhanger Countdown.
Number 10. Starting off this list, we have one of Jon Pertwee's first stories, as well as the first appearance of the Silurians.
In this 7-part adventure, the Doctor is hunting down a seemingly terrifying creature. And it even attacks his companion Liz Shaw.
But it isn't until part 3 we actually see the creature, aka the Silurian. The music kicks in and blares out in true cliffhanger fashion. The question is, what does the creature want?
Number 9. From Silurians to Daleks! Up until this point, the third Doctor had not yet faced these iconic monsters. But that's all about to change.
In the second episode of Day of the Daleks, UNIT are battling Ogrons, while the Doctor chases after time-travelling rebels from the future. But it turns out that's not even the biggest threat.
The Doctor dashes through a dark tunnel chasing after the rebels before a Dalek appears right in front of him.
Ah! Number 8. In at number 8, it's the second episode of The Claws of Axos. This story features a really sweet race called the Axons. They give a gift called Axonite that they say will help planet Earth immensely. Or so we thought.
Oh, did we not mention they're actually sucking Earth dry of energy and making people's faces melt? So yeah, they're actually completely evil, and at the end of episode 2, their so-called gift might have got the Doctor and his friends killed.
Plus the Master is helping the Axons too. Long story short, they're screwed.
Number 7. Arachnophobes beware, as the villains in Jon Pertwee's final story are manipulative spiders. Before the events of this episode, the Doctor had stolen a highly powerful crystal from Metebelis III. And these spiders, known as the Eight Legs, want it back.
While the Doctor tries to deal with the powers of the crystal, Sarah Jane and Mike Yates eavesdrops on a meditation ritual that brings a spider into the meditation centre.
What on earth is going on?
Number 6. Speaking of Mike Yates, this cliffhanger puts him right in the middle of the action.
In the Time Monster, the Master has plans to summon a dangerous creature named Kronos, and nothing is going to stop him. And this is very bad news for Captain Yates and his squad.
In part 3, the Doctor, Brigadier and Joe spot a World War II bomb heading straight for Yates and his team. Brigadier desperately tries to warn him. But is it too late?
Number 5. And now it's off to Spyridon, a planet of invisible warriors, but also something else. All through this episode, the Doctor seems gravely ill, while Joe investigates this mysterious planet.
In the very first episode of Planet of the Daleks, the Doctor asks to see what the files are fighting, and let's just say the answer is terrifying.
It's the Daleks!
Number 4. It's the second story of the first foe of the Pertwee era. Terror of the Autons, episode 2 is in at number 4. Plus, it's the very first story for Joe Grant as well as the Master.
In the second episode, the Doctor and Joe are rescued from a very angry crowd of people by a police car. But according to Benton, they're not the police!
And in the last few moments of the episode, the policeman's face is pulled off to reveal an Auton. Trapped in a car with an Auton? What could possibly go wrong?
Number 3. Next up, it's the Sea Devils Part 3. After an intense sword fight with the Master, the Doctor runs away with Joe to the beach. But in true cliffhanger fashion, there doesn't seem to be a way out.
The Master's behind them, there's armed men to their left, a minefield to their right, and sea devils are rising from the sea in front of them.
They're trapped!
Number 2. Just missing out on the top spot is Joe's last story, The Green Death. In episode 2, Joe's been investigating an underground mine that seems to hold a deadly creature. When the Doctor eventually finds Joe, he also finds something else.
The walls soon cave in, blocking the exit while disgusting green maggots crawl towards the team. Is this the end for the Doctor and Joe?
The Iceware reveal in the Monster Peladon Part 3.
The end of the world in Inferno Episode 6.
The Song Tower and Unmasking of the Time Warrior Episode 1.
Number 1. Number 1 goes to the Demons Episode 1. The reason this cliffhanger is so high is due to the sheer scale of this ending.
Up until this point, the Master has disguised himself as a vicar of a town called Devil's End, and is secretly trying to awake a terrifying monster. And he succeeds! Vicious winds tear through the village and stone gargoyles begin to come to life.
It's almost like an apocalypse when Joe finds the Doctor lifeless under rubble and ash. Ooh, gives me chills every time.
Well, that's our list. What's your favourite cliffhanger of the third Doctor? Let us know down in the comments below.
And if you're new, feel free to click the red button below to join the adventure. Next up on Cliffhanger Countdown, it's Tom Baker, so stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I've been Christopher.
And I've been Lewis.
And you've been
brilliant!
Every night, every day, cause we're so into it. Don't think I could ever quit. Rest in 2005, it's taken over our life.